everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 11 with me, FalseSymmetry. And today we have a fun new project. One still very much connected to our base, as I am still successful in somehow connecting everything to this one build. I'm pretty surprised. But what I'm also surprised about is how very excited I am for today's project. You see, I've had this idea to build a custom cave in this space, because it's just too perfect not to. And with how much I have loved this area up here that is sort of a gloomy, ignore the maps, we're going to move them to a specific room at some point because they're just ruining the vibe. But without them, it's super magical and atmospheric, and I love it. So we're going to do it with the cave idea, but larger. But anyway, I'm about to stream on Twitch. I'm FalseSymmetry over there too if you want to just pop by, link will be below. But I'm going to start on the build there, and I'll catch you guys when I'm done. It's going to look so cool. I'm so excited. So to give you a little bit of an update on how things are looking, I thought I'd bring you in before we go too crazy with it, because I'm about to place a whole lot more blocks, but from out here, it doesn't really look too different. A little bit darker maybe. The floor, of course, is different. It's the same as out here. I shouldn't need to mention that really. This is what's going to happen in pretty much everywhere in my base, unless I decide to change it up, which the plan was to do that in here, by the way, but I don't know. The moss is the vibe. But anyway, if I spin around though, we have the cave. Oh, I like it. Ignore the torches. I know it's difficult to ignore the torches. They are very ugly and very annoying, but they are keeping everything spawn-proof for right now until I add in the proper lighting. That's when everything in here, by the way, is going to change. It is going to look super cool, mystical, magical, moody, I guess. I don't know. It's just gonna look good, okay? You gotta believe me until then. But I think it's late in the UK, but I think I'm gonna try and get at least most of this wall done, if not all of it, and then the roof is going about here, by the way. I think we're gonna go up a little bit, just to kind of match that, and then maybe we can go back down. I don't know, but yeah, it needs a lot of blocks, and I'm a little bit worried that I didn't bring enough. Well, I'm back, and I have got quite a lot done in here. In fact, I have completed all of the walls and the floors, I believe, to the best of my knowledge, although I do have some details to add, but hopefully you're seeing on the screen now a lovely time-lapse of basically the cave. This is it. Now, I have left the old tree there. I will only remove it if it really offends me. It does offend me. It's one of those like top 5 weirdest trees that spawns. This is a natural tree that was just here on the world. It's the only one. Is it the only one left? Oh no, there's technically a couple there that, might not survive if I spread that way some more. But this is the last one. If you remember, we got rid of one at the front was it the last episode? I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll leave it there just to see what it looks like once I fix the lighting, because that is what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to use a mixture of things. I've got some things on me that I want to experiment with, one of which is these dark oak slabs. Now, I have some areas that, when I was looking at it from above, I could kind of tell were like dark corners, like this area, maybe that area. It feels like it would be a little bit more dark and gloomy. So I'm going to experiment with adding some slabs as one option, and then also, probably some, some of these, some good old moss carpets, because as you would probably know, slabs and carpet means that mobs can't spawn. Then, one of the things I was very excited about with this whole idea and why I stuck with the moss is that I found a new way of doing lighting that I've never done before, and it requires a big drip leaf. Now, I've marked out roughly where I think I want these. We might have to bring them a bit closer if once I get rid of the torches, there's too much darkness, because if I press this, you'll see these numbers. I get a lot of questions about this on live stream. This is a mini HUD feature. It basically just shows me that if the numbers are green, they are non-spawnable with mobs, and if they are red, oh, we didn't get any red ones there, see? Too many torches around. Oh, no, wait, there's still no red numbers. Here we go. Red numbers equals mobs, so hence the torch spam everywhere. But anyway, until we get these set up, I'm not going to remove the torches just yet. But I want to show you this idea. Actually, do I want bone meal for this so I don't waste all of my drip leaves? Probably. I think I can bone meal them, right? Okay, bone meal acquired. Let's actually have a little look at how it looks from out here. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to tweak over there a little bit. I think I want that to be a bit more shapely. Is shapely a word? It needs more of an oval shape so that you have at least temporarily a view of the sky. It might not necessarily be, but at least it'll be the dark sort of border of the cave, I think. Right, where is my drip leaf gone? It is over here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe? And this is going to act as a little bit of a lamppost. I actually haven't brought any scaffold with me, which is a terrible idea. But you're thinking, oh, well, that's going to maybe carry on growing? I'm actually not completely sure how drip leaves work. Yeah, kind of went in this right place, but not quite. I didn't do great at placing that there, did I? In fact, no, that's a terrible placement. But this, oh, did I just scroll to the one slot that did have a block on it? Good job, mate. Okay, third time lucky. There you go. Look at this. So that drip leaf won't actually move or do what it was just doing. But because that's on the bottom of a block, I can shift right click a lantern underneath it. And look at that. Obviously, it needs a bit more foliage around it, but trust me, in just a second, this is going to look so much better. So as I've just got done adding some to the ceiling, some leaves that is, and foliage. How does it look from this side? Oh, I still need to fix. Ignore me. This side, you know what? Ignore this side for a second. I'm going to get to it though. I'm going to fix up this hole here, make that look cave-like. Fix up the shape of this, because like I say, it needs to at least come over a bit further. I didn't realize I didn't quite finish the ceiling here. It's because I didn't know where to bring this, and I was like, it needs to go diagonal and curve a little bit. Anyway, we'll fix that. But I guess let's have a look at it from this angle. I haven't seen it from this angle yet. Ooh, you know what? I don't hate that tree. It's pretty inconspicuous right now. Ignore my chalk boxes, of course. But man. Oh, it's so atmospheric and awesome, but I want to be here right now IRL. No, I don't think that's possible. But it's cozy, but also, I don't know, it's magical. It's like going into a mystical, like, or an enchanted forest. Maybe we should try and put actual trees. Maybe you should inspire it. We should bring some trees into here. Oh, this looks, although I don't know. I almost feel like, at least right now, maybe that's because of the sky back there, but I feel like these lanterns, the more I add in here, the more these aren't going to feature that well. I don't know. In fact, I don't have any plans for anything more magical in here, but I like that, one, I could add little doorways. Like, there's plenty of room behind here. Well, I could have a little secret door, or even just a small door here somewhere. And this could be a secret grotto or something. I don't know. I'd love some suggestions from you guys, though, about it, because, my goodness. There's things we could do. I mean, that direction, I mean, if I dig through that all, there's, like, literally nothing there. So, the possibilities are endless. But also, I don't really want to put alleys in here, even though they would look great. Because if I fly all the way up here, they are doing magical things up around this tree, and that is just viewable for anybody that just comes on by. And I don't... Oh, of course, they just go missing when they... They just look so good, and they're just fluttering around the tree. That is actually pretty accurate as a description. They just look so magical, and that kind of needs that. Whereas down here, it already looks magical. It just needs something... some movement. It needs some movement. This is something I always try to add to my base, and mobs are the default answer. I guess I'm going to think about it while I finish up this edge of the cave. And also, I think I noticed that I didn't quite finish up the staircase. No, I did. We did in the end. I just thought I'd moss it up a little bit. It looked a little bit too, unlike here. Oh, look at it. It does look magical. I'll give you guys some nice shader shots as well, so we can admire it, and hopefully YouTube won't compress it to poop. It might do. You never know. Okay, hand sculpting a oval shape at the back is not ideal. I've just had to use tough for the majority of it. We will just blend this in, because it's going to be probably tough here anyway, because it's going to be, well, at least currently there's light coming from there. So unless that changes, I did just build like that there, ignore that. I need to maybe make a shape there. Just need to fill that bit in there. But anyway, I thought I would just bring it back in just to say what I'm going to do next. Because, well, one, I've noticed an area I haven't quite finished, which is underneath this walkway. Which is good, because I didn't actually know I hadn't finished this. I don't know how I'm finishing it, but I guess we will, you know, even if it's just putting another layer of stone underneath, it'll be fine. Speaking of that, I added this layer. And I think, similar to that being an oval, I think I'm going to continue that here. and then make an oval. You see how that curves a little bit there and that curves there, and then here. Because I liked that when I built this, I left this hole here, and it seems like it makes sense to have it as almost like a little bit of light coming through to the staircase. I don't know if it's going to give that effect quite as well as I'd like it to. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm in the middle of like a nightmare with blocks right now. So trying my best. We're doing all right. And I just need to make sure the light level's good because, man, nighttime comes around so quickly. But I think what I'll do is just finish this up and we'll take a look and you guys could tell me. I also need to quickly do that, which is a pain because, of course, I didn't bring any scaffolding and it's kind of a problem area to do scaffolding anyway. Am I high enough? Not quite. Okay, we'll just do that for now. Just to make it look a little bit more natural, right? Let's see if I can make this look somewhat decent. Fingers crossed. But before I do that, I thought we'd take a break and catch up with our neighbour, Mr. Ren Dog, because a couple of days ago he got back and I need to reach my quota for arrows shot at him since Christmas, since he has been away. Oh, and we also heard about a new little project which he has since built, which we'll check out a little bit later. Oh, that was so close. Where have you gone?
Gotta. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
I wonder where he is. Got him.
Ow! Why you shoot me?
Why not?
I mean, it's just rude.
It's been a while, I'll have to get, there's like a certain amount of shots
true.
I need to do like a week or whatever. And then like,
Oh, yeah.
you're just like the biggest target with that hat on. So.
You have like 30 days of catch up to do. If
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like 10
Thank you for the
arrows
reminder.
a day, that's like 300 arrows. Ow!
You shouldn't say that, but
Oh, wait, hold on, False. Shoot me again.
I want to see how much of the hat is your head. Oh, quite a lot of it.
Plunk. Counterspell.
Wait, did it not die at all? Wait.
Yeah, there you broke it now.
There you go.
Ow!
Now we're
Ow,
sorted.
I'm gonna die!
I mean, you did ask me to.
Because it's a dramatic view.
Oh, dramatic.
Okay, so.
Okay.
I'm going to sell the wool that sheep farm is making.
Okay.
But let's be honest, no one's going to buy wool, okay?
Okay.
No one, like, I don't think anyone other than me bought wool last season. I think I was the only person that bought wool. Because everyone has a wool farm or whatever, right? But I'm going to sell it anyway. But it's going to be a ruse for the actual product of the shop. And the shop is going to be called Hoffen's Arcane Needle Company, which is the company that created this magnificent hat that you see before you.
I will say no one else wants that hat.
No, it's...
It's your hat. You can't sell it.
I'm not going to sell this hat. But every month, there will be a unique hat available in Hoffen's Arcane Needle Company. And there shall only be one.
Okay.
And there shall only ever be one.
Okay.
And it shall be auctioned.
Okay.
And whoever puts the most diamonds down for it at the end of the month gets the hat.
Okay, can I request a hat? Anything but this one?
Yeah. No, this one is not for sale. This is a unique Ren Dog hat. By the way, it has a creature on it. Do you see the little creature back there?
The what?
There's like a creature. So like the top
oh my
bit.
goodness, how have I not noticed this is like a Santa hat with a big brim? It's got a little bubble or a bell on the end. I've never wait, is that changed? I've never noticed that.
No, that's how it's got two eyeballs, a little mouth, and little like tentacle legs.
No, but the bubble. Got a bubble.
Yeah, it's got a ball. I didn't even notice that either.
You never noticed that it's got a bubble in your own hat? Oh my goodness.
No,
Hoffen.
It does have a little bubble thing.
You don't have to do this, Hoffen.
But look, the little creature's looking at it, right? It's
I don't know what this creature is you're talking about.
Yeah. I like this corner of the server. It's coming together really nicely. Super cool.
Yeah. I think we have the cool corner. That's what they call us, Ren. The cool corner.
That's what they call us.
With the cool blue and everything.
Yep. And Cleo's going crazy over there with an awesome looking build. It looks so cool.
Yeah, also kind of blue. Pearl needs some more blue.
Yeah, lots of blue. It's good though, right? Because this is color wheel stuff. Because the blue and the red are like in the opposite corners opposite of each other on the color wheel, is that right?
You know what? I'm not sure. I mean, it depends what
I was
color
looking
wheel
at the
you're on
color wheel
about.
today.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. It's FedXP.
Yo, what's happening?
He's even got his own theme tune. What's that?
Delivery!
Thank you, XP. I can now maybe buy a hat. And well, speaking about buying a hat, not that there will be one in there just yet, but I have heard and seen from Ren that the shop is indeed made. So I'm going to head on over there now and take a little look, as well as maybe see if there's anything else we want to buy. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been to the shopping district, and I have yet to check out the Hoffen's Shop of Wonders. What was it called again? I'm not sure. We'll find out. And you can't say you couldn't spot it, can you? This thing sticks out like crazy. It has a gigantic hat on the top of it, and honestly, it looks pretty cool. I like it a lot, and I've actually wandered back and forth around the shopping district a few times since it's been made, but I have been waiting to have a little look at this properly. So I have yet to go inside. It's called Hoffen's Arcane Needle Company. That's what it's called. And oh, I thought that was good. I thought there could be hats. There is, in fact, wool right now, which also, by the way, not gonna lie, the order of these colors does hurt me a little bit. I can't why is white over there with yellow and then light grey is, you know what? I'm gonna gonna ignore that. We've got we've got 1 diamond for 5 stacks of wool. You know what? That's actually pretty reasonable. I think that anybody that hasn't already got a wool farm, which I do, might actually take him up on that deal. And is it up here that will be a hat shop? Potentially. Oh, wait. This has got a nice view. Dang. Nice. Okay. This is a very, very cool looking little building. I'm planning on building over there somewhere, past the gigantic anchor. Or did he say that it was going to go downstairs? I don't see a staircase. But I think they're probably busy cooking. So I guess I'll come back next time when there are hats. Well, this area is now all done. One last little walkthrough. I'm not going to go too crazy with this because we have one last project, which is kind of related while I still have some blocks together. But I'm very happy with this. Hopefully you guys like it too. Let me know down below. And it's temporary living quarters of Mr. Withers. I say temporary. We're going to just build him something maybe a little bit nicer there. I'm not sure what. Foxes have dens, but I don't know quite exactly what we're making for him yet. Oh, and we probably shouldn't forget about Terry, although I don't know if Terry would like in here. It's a little gloomy for him. Rightio, that is now all complete. Hopefully that I did a little bit of explaining about everything. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I like to give a little bit of an insight into my mind and my thinking on a project, but let me know if there's ever any questions you have about something or topics you'd like me to talk about when it comes to building, because, I might be missing something out that you're curious about whenever I build something. Anyway, speaking of building, we have kind of not really a part 2. I guess if anything, it's a part 2 to over there. Now, let's actually get a little bit of a distance from our base for a second. I wonder if we can stand on this tree and see it. Probably not. I mean, kind of. Let's actually get the drone out for a second, just to get a little bit of height. So, evidently, we have the right-hand side of our base here. Over here, however, all we have is a little bit of terrain down the bottom, but ultimately, we don't really have much else going on. And seeing as though I have recently built this here tree farm, of which I have yet to use properly, yeah. Although I did build a staircase. And by that I mean I dug it out on stream. There's no design going on in here just yet. However, to be able to do that, because I have no plan for the design of it, I actually want to put some terrain in. Now, if I just hover over this from here, you can now see there are extra tough blocks. Now, I've done that to kind of explain visually, because I'm a visual person in terms of learning stuff, just how I kind of worked out this kind of organic shape. Although, I guess when it comes to the height of it, you can see that it's made up of cylinders. But if you cannot, and if you're not sure, yeah, like here, for example, here is a cylinder. An oval one. And then over here, sort of this room here, ends up, if you continue the circle where I cut it out, it is, I think, a circle, actually. Long story short, we're going to build some more terrain and basically try and match the vibe going on over here, and from over this direction, at least the view will look a little bit nicer. So I'm hoping that these resources here, which we're running out of quite quickly, will at least do this section. This section over here, if we have enough left over, we'll attempt to start this side, but I'm mostly aiming for this one. So let's see if we can get some of it done. Okay, I'm only partway through this, but I thought I better back up and take a look, especially at nighttime. I don't usually see these things at nighttime very well. Oh, that's looking nice. Yes, okay, I'm glad I brought it out a little bit. I was going to actually line it up with this, but I thought, seeing as though this is very, like, coming out quite a lot from the wall, I thought I'd kind of replicate it on this side. And I've been thinking for a while about putting some water here, hence why this is the only area that, in the area at the front of my base that isn't moss and the variants for shadow. But yeah, this is looking nice. And actually, I really, really like that I did that height as well. Also replicating that side. Nighttime again, probably for a very short while, but I have just got to the top. I'm just going to fill it in with moss so that we can get the gist of not only what it looks on the outside exactly. This will obviously need some texturing, but I don't really know where things are going within this, or what, I guess on it, just yet to be casting shadows or anything. And obviously I don't want to go crazy with too much detail in certain areas where I might be coming back to redo anything. I don't know what these blocks are doing here. Get out of here. We don't need you. I did contemplate putting a layer underneath this moss, which I mean, I might still do, as like a ceiling for the below area. But I think what I need is just darkness, because once I head down there in a second, I have no idea for what's going on in there, but I'm going to assume it's not going to be too dissimilar to what has been going on with the cave design we've done over here. Although I guess it is a bit darker, potentially, and a lot larger. There is also technically a bit of a doorway here, unintentionally. Yeah, unintentionally a doorway. I mean, you know what? I might leave this doorway, though. Or I might, like, contemplate what to do with it. But I guess other than that, everything should be built in. We don't need this any longer. This was, like, the little guide I said about the shapes. But you can probably tell where they are now, although it is very dark in here. But if I put gamma on, it's like turning the light switch on, guys, gamma. That's how I imagine it. I'm like, put the light switch on, I can't quite see enough, you know. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see, see what we've got there. But yeah, this is what we did with the cave. And the location of this is just through the doorway. Let's just double check lighting. Looks pretty good in here. I will double check it a little bit in a second. But, oh, you know what? Should I shot that in? I kind of feel like I should. I feel like it would give us the full effect, because I'm contemplating building a different sort of roof, like a curved thing, which is why I didn't think just putting a straight up layer under there. I'm trying not to waste too many resources and having too many that aren't being used, hence why all the cylinders haven't been, like, you know, filled in, etc. Gonna have to remove this as well. Yeah, let me quickly cut this off, or like block it in. That way we'll get an even better idea. But I'm thinking, this is the tree farm, by the way, so I guess if there's anything themed to be themed around, it would be that. But anyway, I should probably start doing some texturing here real quick, because we gotta fill this place in. And I think I'm just gonna be using F5 mode here to try and get it fairly accurate to what we've got everywhere else. But you know, we can tweak it afterwards if we need to change it. So, okay, blocking in has been done. It looks actually pretty okay. I probably don't think that area necessarily will be seen. Oh wait, I can't get in here any longer. Wait a second. Oh wait, I get out here technically. Yeah, that area needs to be built. I think while I was building it, I'm just going to replicate this over that side a little bit. Maybe just with the one water window. Anyway. This is how it's looking. I saved you recording the back end of it, because even though I did fill it in just for the interior, really. I just didn't think I would show it. In fact, wait, what do we look like from over this way, though? Ah, torchy. I might want to get rid of those torches. That's because nighttime kept popping by, and I was like, well, I need to sort of keep building and stop going to grab a bed. But I do probably want to get rid of some of these torches. That kind of works. I'll have to do that in a second. Anyway, going into it just now, we should have pure darkness. Da 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 da. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I do like having a really dark roof. I might even just... Well, one, I can get rid of these torches up here, assuming there's no spawnable spots. I think just covering it in a cave again. It'll be way less work. Kind of similar to what I did in here. You can kind of see there's some shape a little bit. So I have to put camera on, otherwise it's literally pitch black up there. But trust me, you can see a little bit better in game. I know that YouTube makes things a lot darker, I think, when it processes. But anyway. Maybe, well, you know what? We spoke a little bit earlier, I've just remembered, about this being enchanted forest vibe. What if this is more enchanted forest? We could try and see if we can get some trees up here and up here. There's not really a lot of room, though. Huh. It'll be something I guess I brainstorm, but... Whew, I'm very happy with that, although... There are blocks. Okay, I might want to at least fill those in. Anyway, I have been doing this too much. I've got to get up and stretch my legs, because my goodness, guys. Quick reminder, when you sit down and play Minecraft for hours on end building, yes, it's fun. Yes, it's exciting. Yes, you're having a great time, but also, my goodness, you got to stretch. I'm feeling it right now, okay? Maybe it's just my age. I'm not sure. Can I please? Come on, I've got to have something. There we go. That'll do. And then where was the other hole? I don't know. But we'll fix it up. And this will be a future project. I'm not going to get up to this today because, like I say, I don't have a plan for it. But man, we gotta figure this out. That'll probably do for now. Lovely. And from the side and the front, or from a diagonal, I guess, standpoint, that looks like so much better, doesn't it? It still doesn't look fantastic, but it looks like something is going on this side, which it is. So yeah, what about this though? Oh. Yeah. I like this a bit of green. We can work with this. And then I think we put a building on, if this... Imagine this was a platform of moss. That's where I think our building is going to go. Like our big one. Our big main one. Right, slap bang. Here. Plans may change, but you know. That's what I'm currently thinking. I just don't want to actually get to building it though. Big buildings scare me. Right, well, other than tidying this up in here so that I can figure out what I want to build. Oh, I like this platform, actually. This platform's quite good. It's just the height that's a pain for trees. Maybe we could make it work. Maybe we dig it down. Well, lunchtime for Joe, I guess. Anyway, I'm very happy with today's episode. I'm not gonna lie. This is looking a heck of a lot better than in there, but... I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I'm really happy, okay? I'm really happy, so... Your opinion doesn't matter. No, I'm joking. but no. You know, I think this is looking good. Obviously, there's so much more to go. But right now, it can't all be done, you know. What is it? What's the saying? Rome wasn't built in a day? Yeah. I mean, this isn't Rome. But, you know, it could be. Anyway, I should probably tell you about one other little project. In fact, before I head over to the shopping district to show you what I'm thinking... Let me put camera on and we'll go find this little area just here. Because I have a little farm. In fact, I should probably show you with free cam because I've just realized there is actually no exit. Once you get sucked down into the farm, there is no exit other than flying out, which is a bit awkward. So, free cam mode, it is. Here we go. As you may have seen just a second ago, there was a glow squid and, well... What I've done is, of course, add a little bit of a farm. Now, there is a chest over in this direction. There we go. I haven't checked it just yet because, like I say, I need a little way down to it. But that is a future plan for... Oh, my goodness. It's not only me, guys, going crazy with the terrain this season, that's for sure. My neighbour, Scar. Absolutely crazy with the terrain, too. In fact, my goodness. Dude, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to moss it up even more. I don't know if I've mossed it up enough. Scar's been Guy's been mossing it up like crazy over here, looking epic. Anyway, let's not get too distracted because, you know, my building will feel very lackluster if I look too much at scars. But this here is a future ink shop. Now, I did see, although no one told me about it, a little post on the Hermitcraft Reddit of an idea. One of the ideas I was brainstorming with the Glow Ink shop, which was an oil tanker spill. Now, that's still an option, but the other options were a stationery shop. You know, ink could be ink, you know, that you write in a book. So we could do a stationery shop vibe. And the third option, which may be the most original kind of vibe, is a tattoo parlor or shop. And obviously ink, you know, goes into your arm or your leg or wherever you get a tattoo. I just wanted to quickly put it out there and give your thoughts. I haven't yet planned this. I just have picked an area because I thought this area hasn't really been touched yet. And I thought, you know, Doc's got a little thing over there soon. And I thought I'd just spread out around here. So this might be the spot unless we need anything bigger. And just a future nod to a project that is coming soon. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. And of course, any suggestions for that down below, including any other easy but well-selling shops, I guess. Shops that actually make diamonds. I'd love some ideas for that, because currently I'm making 0 diamonds from anything. And, you know, I could do with some so I could buy some resources to carry on this build, because this build is not building itself, and man, we keep running out of resources. But while I'm standing on this bridge, there is actually one last thing I need to do before we wrap up today, and that is actually install some handrails, because who'd have thought it? In the episode that took me many, many hours building this whole bridge, I did in fact forget a detail. Silly me. Okay, I thought I would experiment a little bit. I have some banners left over from when I was trying gradient stuff a few episodes back. And I noticed there was a bit of a spot that I could technically put banners, and I wanted to just try it on a little section here. You can see the gradient. Okay, that's good, but is that the right kind of gradient? I'm not sure. I mean, I don't hate it. We could come up with something a little bit better. I like that it goes dark in the middle. I was planning to just use plain grey, but technically I can just copy paste these ones. The only problem with them is that they, of course, have a render distance where they vanish. Right, move forward and then go back, or the other way around, I guess. There you go. It does actually make me think. One, those need to be spun around the other way. That one in the middle is looking lighter than the other one. I wonder if I can go to light grey. I might actually change this one more time. Okay, do you prefer this? Or do we prefer this? I feel like that is actually quite nice. I wish you could see it from further. It's so irritating. Can you see it from flying in, though, this level? Yes, I like that. You know what? It's quite good that it appears, because what also appears is the spider skulls that are used as like the pupils as well. You know what? I quite like that. It's a very subtle detail, but I think it's worth doing, especially before we put the slabs in. Gives it a little bit of extra dimension on the back section, so let's give it a go. Right, just installing the rest. I think I've decided that I like this, but you guys might have some better ideas. I would actually love to use banners some more. There's really cool ways of using banners that I've seen so much of, and I've been meaning for ages now to try and fit them in my build somewhere on Hermitcraft, but I've been unable to, so this was going to have to do for now with banners. Let's see how this looks. I think I've got it all the way along here. Yeah. Oh, right, look. As you go along, it kind of loads in. You know what? I kind of really like that. It actually reminds me of this terrain effect here. Look at that. I know, it's really subtle. Don't get me wrong. But I think it's nice. I like that you can see through the little gaps in the stairs too. Yeah, you know what? It was missing something there and I wasn't sure what to do. So I'm happy with that. And up here's a little bit boring still. Maybe I need some like lampposts or something. Potentially. But I'll consider that. I'll consider that in the future because I have no plans as of yet. Well, as I was editing, I thought I would get on with yet another project. Yes, there are so many projects going on right now, and this is, of course, one within the rivers, of course, guys. Big business, again, of course. For those that don't know, there is indeed going to be a Nautilus race course coming up pretty soon. I think the plan is towards the end of February. Cavern has planned it all, and I think, long story short, we have maybe 5 or 6 hermits taking part in building a section of the course. There is conduit power right now. I don't even think I have Gamma on. No, well, I did, but I think when you're in there, you can see like you can with Gamma, I think, right? If I go down here, yep, it's almost like someone actually turns the lights on. Although we do have drowns, more so at night time. But anyway, I've been literally covering this river with mud. Pretty much any chance I get on live stream. It's very dark right now, so of course it looks dark anyway, but it has made a huge difference. And long story short, I'm hoping to have some sort of design ready. I don't know if it'll feature too much in an episode because, well, you know, it's maybe not that visually easy to see what's going on, but I will probably definitely give you guys a heads up when that all happens and record it. But yeah, just yet another project going on the server that I'm trying to get done in between. Are you kidding me? What a way to end the episode. I'm being sniped by a guy with an enchanted trident out of the water. What even? I don't think I've ever seen that in my life. What do you mean he's out of the water ready to trident me? Anyone else in here? Gamma? I got Gamma on. I can spot you guys. Except for that guy, I didn't seem to spot him. Did we see him? Did we see him at the corner of our eye? Oh my goodness. Well, I guess there we go. I always died it. Thanks for watching, guys.